want to be in pictures. That's the best.
Let's say it's another one to print. I think that's awfully good. That one and the one before it was pretty good.
Do we have about 15 seconds?
Oh yeah, you got a lot of time.
Yeah.
I claim this land in the name of...
What do you got now? Now move.
Cut it. Ready, and action.
Cut it,
Jim?
there you go.
Hit that. You're at 4.
He needs to go
41.
off this mark.
Once more, please.
Otherwise, he,
Let me walk it. Tell me if I don't want
back in the middle of it.
41.
Well, here's what we really need is for him to go to his left and then kind of veer back. Is that right?
No lights on the car. No lights. No lights. Go on more right away, guys.
Headlight.
Exactly right, and it has to be. We have to be high enough so that we've got you against blue sky and not against Earth as you're coming in. You're coming in a descending approach as you get in.
Over. We can rehearse it. Said, go back and we'll rehearse it and see how it looks.
Ready, and action.
Headlight.
Quiet.
Headlight on the mic.
Ready? And action. Ready, and turn.
Use the second marker there.
This is a hell of a time not to.
That's right.
We're in a little deep now,
Right.
fella, let me tell you.
We're rolling.
Marker?
Right now. Jim, that was better.
Forget it. Wait a minute.
The third beat. Okay. Cut the third.
Boy, Houston, the beauty of this place is just absolutely incredible. There's another spectacular view. The pilot who missed the crater. Watch out. Watch out, John. And action.
Let's say it's another one to Fred. I think that's awfully good.
They use slapsticks on this one. Be a Mike Tap hit.
Big.
Action.
What the feelings of the Apollo program are, and the symbol of mankind, and we can live in peace and harmony in the future.
I didn't take them all the way inside. Rather than even say anything about the, I like to keep the stuff at an absolute minimum.
Peter has
Coming up now, I'll try to warm off it now.
Headlight. You want to head? Okay, you can be the biplane coming overhead, about 300 feet.
The third beat. Okay. Cut the third.
Tail sight coming up right now.
Right now. Jim, that was better.
our rehearsal, guys.
This is just rehearsal. Ready? And action.
Altitude's a little high.
I think it's been almost 10 years since we've been trying to do this. Pitch forward, got a really good view.
So you're looking great. Coming up 9 minutes. Roger, understand. Go for landing. 3,000 feet.
Peter has
Coming up now, I'll try to warm off it now.
Peter has put a mark back there where he wants it to land.
What's
so
it
you
look
can
like?
see it.
5.5 pounds.
Right, but it's a tire and something.
Forward.
It's a good spot. Just now? There. Yeah, that is.
Command override off. Engine arm on. 413 is in.
Man on the moon.
Okay.
Ready? And action.
What do you think?
Well, it's not a good idea, but what were you going to do?
And action.
Right now, Jim, that is better.
Forget it.
Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying?
This is this shot, right? Only then, what are you going to move around another master before you
this?
get in closer?
Oh no, this is this sequence right here. And I'm moving
Yes.
to a two-shot of you that picks it up from there, and I'm moving it to a four-shot that comes back from there. As the scene progresses, we're going around.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you can divorce this conversation from that. Forgive it just came from 5 solid minutes of this. Very important to understand you reacting the way we would react to seeing this.
Have you got a good picture?
One thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth. There's no place to go. There's no place to throw your trash.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there. Because we didn't go there. And that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen. So in the future, if we want to keep doing something, we need to know why something stopped in the past if we wanted to keep it going. Money.
So yeah, it's less than 2 months for them to get their bearings. But it turns out that they did forget a lot in that short time frame.
When you looked up at the sky, could you actually see the stars and the solar corona in spite of the glare?
We were never able to see stars from the lunar surface or on the daylight side of the moon by eye without looking through the optics. I don't recall during the period of time that we were photographing the solar corona what stars we could see.
I can't imagine that he was debriefed and that kind of question wasn't asked. What he saw, what he felt, what he experienced while on the moon. And now listen to Mike Collins, who was sitting to the left of Neil Armstrong.
I don't remember seeing any.
Neil, you were a little bit concerned, you said about...
So now Mike doesn't remember seeing any stars either. We have to remember that the reporter asked about them looking up at the sky and if they could see the stars based on the circumstances. So Mike Collins' answer has got to apply to his experience in the command module itself because he didn't walk on the moon or go down to its surface. But let's look again at Neil's response to what Mike said.
I don't remember seeing any.
Neil, you were a little bit concerned, you said about...
Notice his body language, and it looks like Neil even whispers something under his breath to Mike. Was he telling him to simply shut up? I don't know, but the interaction looks really odd to me. All right, here is another interview with Neil Armstrong. And right after I show you this quick piece, I'll immediately share a few more statements made by other astronauts who shared what they could or couldn't see while in outer space.
Mr. Armstrong, I do realize that when you were on the moon, you had very little time for gazing upwards. But could you tell us something about what the sky actually looks like from the moon, the sun, the earth, the stars, if any, and so on?
The sky is a deep black when viewed from the moon, as it is when viewed from cislunar space, the space between the Earth and the moon. The Earth is the only visible object other than the sun that can be seen, although there have been some reports of seeing planets. I myself did not see planets from the surface, but I suspect they might be visible.
Whilst
From
in
Mark
space,
Cameron. This is from Mark Cameron.
whilst in space, have you ever looked away from Earth into the black void?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
all
because
the
you can
time.
see. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you can see the stars.
Oh, yeah,
You know, and pretty much all the time you can see
Yeah,
the stars.
The sky is a deep black when viewed from the moon, as it is when viewed from cislunar space, the space between the Earth and the moon.
Space, and you're on the sun side of the orbit. The sunlight washes out all the starlight, so you can't see any stars, just like here on Earth.
There's all the stars there, and the cool thing is about it, you can see it during the day.
Yeah, you can, and there's more than stars. You can see planets, you can
Right.
see moons.
You see the gas Magellan clouds of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Milky
you
Way
see the
galaxy.
Magellan.
Pretty much all the time you can see the stars.
Then when you look out into deep space away from the sun, it's the darkest black you can imagine.
So this black space you're looking at on your screen right now could or couldn't be what you see when viewing outer space from outer space. I guess you have to go to outer space or walk on the moon to confirm this truth for yourself. But I'm going to stay focused on the objects in outer space because I want to ask why the images of stars and planets taken by satellites in space look so different to what I actually observe with my camera. Here's Venus again, as seen through my Nikon P900. Here's Arcturus again. Here's Vega again. Here's another star, Antares. It looks pretty cool too. I showed you my online research earlier, except I can't find any video of these amazing stars or planets that were taken by NASA. Now we're looking at NASA's website. From 1 million miles away, NASA camera shows moon crossing face of Earth. It says a NASA camera aboard the Deep Space Climate Observatory Discover captured a unique view of the moon as it moved in front of the sunlit side of the Earth last month. The series of test images shows the fully illuminated dark side of the moon that is